Welcome to PACE, a system designed to provide personalized augmented cultural experience. PACE can be installed in cultural sites, like museums, modern art or painting galleries, or even open spaces like archaeological sites. It involves all visitors, from all kinds of ages and backgrounds. It consists of many modules like servers, IoT infrastructure, portable application and website. Using augmented or virtual reality techniques, system can make these sites more attractive, less boring, and more fun.
Every visit should be personalized, a different experience for everyone, according to his needs. So PACE implements 19 different scenarios of use, for every object of interest, on a mobile app created for Android and iOS devices. Application starts by calculating user's age, to place him or her into one of the 4 starting scenarios. These scenarios can be named child, teenager, adult and elder. After that, scenarios can evolve according to user's actions. Number and speed of taps on the screen, menu choices and handle can upgrade user into next usage scenario, making application a little bit different every time. New menus, different options, different sounds. Goal is to keep visitors' interest alive, make them spend some time with the exhibits, learn, speak with them, and enjoy. Let's have a look at the application's building process. To start with, a famous painting was picked up. Children Concert, by George Jacovides, a Greek painter coming from the island of Lesbos. Painting was created on 1900 and at the same year, won a prize on Paris International Exhibition. On the painting, there are 7 characters inside a room, and objects like a table, benches, and a chair. 3D models of these objects and characters were needed. First step was to create a scene. Spending some time with Photoshop led to an empty room. Floor and walls were created using painting's original colors and patterns. All of these graphic elements were put together to shape a room, which can be used in augmented reality or virtual reality environments. Next, human models were needed, along with their animations. Modeling from scratch was out of the question due to time limitation. With the use of Autodesk's recap and my 2 sons' help, a first attempt to create children models was made. Using hundreds of photos of the children standing in T position, software can compose a 3-dimensional model. In my case there was no success, as no one can eventually stand absolutely still for 10 minutes. Another test was conducted using a research project tool, which can compose a 3D model face from a single photo image. Impressive, but still not enough. Finally, ready-made human models were used, coming from Cinema 4D, Content Browser, Unity's Asset Store, and online web services like Sketchfab. These models were altered according to the needs, using Maxon Cinema and Autodesk 3D Studio Max software. As a final step in modeling, characters should be put in T-pose in order to be animated.
And then, the difficult part started. Character animations demanded motion capture techniques and equipment. A software product called Episoft seemed to be the way, as a relatively cheap and handy solution. 4 Sony PlayStation cameras were bought and tested. Results were promising enough, but time again was limited, and there were 2 main issues. First, space limitation. A bigger and empty room should be found to capture motion. Second, capturing motion from scratch was extremely time-consuming. Solution came from Adobe's Mixamo online tool. Mixamo offers hundreds of ready-made, motion-captured animations to be used. So, all models were imported to Mixamo to be rigged and then tested. If something was wrong during testing, process should be repeated. If primary testing showed good results, an animation should be picked up, and then, animated model was exported back to Cinema 4D. If there were any geometry or animation errors on model, then process should be made from the beginning. And that happened several times. When things were good enough, another Cinema 4D tool was used. Body paint. With body paint, materials and textures were created on models according to the original paintings, colors and patterns. As a next step, all models were exported to Unity inside the paintings room. When errors occurred, like reversed normals on surfaces and characters looking bizarre, a step back to Cinema 4D was necessary to edit geometry. More than one animation was used for every character, so the same process had to be done again and again, 5 times, for each character, for a total of 35 animations, at a 3 months, hard work process. Next step. 5 different sounds for each character, according to its animations, should be either recorded or processed. After completing the creation of multimedia assets, they were stored in a database, found in a remote server. PACE Data Server can be located either inside a museum, either any place in the world, as long as it is equipped with a fast internet connection.
And then, it was coding time. Using Unit as environment and C# programming language, thousands of lines of code were written. This code puts everything together in a working system, provides user interaction with the characters, and even allows user to participate in the scene. So, let's try using the application. When starting, code runs a benchmark test to check if device is capable of displaying high-level, three-dimensional graphics. At the moment user taps on the Go button, Pace shoots a selfie picture. This picture is used to calculate user's age. This is done quite accurately using Microsoft Cognitive Services Server. Don't worry, you won't see your picture posted anywhere. Process of sending photo and getting back with results needs some time. So, user has to be a little bit patient. In case of course there is no internet access, or something goes wrong with photo shooting, application is going to run with restricted functionality, or in demo mode. If everything goes fine, one of the four using scenarios starts. For example, let's say we start as adults. User can mute sound, stop animations or exit. But, if user keeps searching on what more this app can do, he or she eventually will be upgraded and that will change its functionality. Initial recorded music will stop, and at this point, user will be able to control the characters independently, and mute or start their sound. After some time of usage, new upgrade and new options will come. 2 sounds and 2 animations, for each character, to choose between. Each change would bring a new path to the storytelling of the painting. More options will come for the searcher, who keeps digging further into the app. In case user starts as a child, on some point, will have the opportunity to participate in the painting by playing an instrument. For this primal version of the app, instrument is just a bell. If user starts as a teenager, will have more options to set up animation speed or general volume level. Things are easier for the elderly. Less options, less settings and menus, easier to handle, and more quiet, as volume level drops down. No matter which scenario runs in a device, microphone continuously hears ambient noise levels. If user finds himself or herself among a small crowd, app will increase general volume to be better heard. From the other hand, if ambient noise goes too loud, app will mute. At any time, if sound becomes disturbing, user can always tap on the mute button.
Pace application can be downloaded from Pace website. Feel free to test it on your device. Contribute on the project by submitting the user experience questionnaire, also found on the website. Send your completed questionnaire and any comments about the project to one of the creators' email addresses.
Thank you for watching.